abom ena esibo so eno no me ka kire mu say just ho just Mustapha Gbande wakan ho bio na Mustapha be kan first one me support wo so ewo ma akra de so twa do to kakra na say wo de bia be so oten krofo anya sem keto me nim say watete say NDC for be so mafia na de a was masa say my madwin say mu be ye executive na mbeko position no so hwe mu be gina Asiedu Nketia so mu nim ne mu kekeka Asiedu Nketia no na hold Mahama na voter no uni ne ma so apa east ni apa west Asiedu Nketia na edi se adwuma no mu kama no ntum ene Asiedu Nketia na national chairman na ye party a position mu odu owu enya kwara bia na edi munya na mu ke no say Ebra NDC the Council of Elders they let ne ba no Mustapha Gbande ntia ne nsam okekenti na Council of Elders they let ne ba no wa start monitor Mama ye tracker. Bawumia tracker ni boma ye bi. Bempi bi a wodi nsa woni bi omo frɛ no. Hwe. O se NDC party no discipline bo wi no kan se munnim. Se mu beto aba abeyi onu Mustapha Gbande so kasa mboko position. Mboko position. Ai mi ni pay. Mo di ebe hu national election no mesra wo so be subscribe mo subscribe no click bell notification me the video bi atuma obe hu na watimi ahwebu wi you have a comment feel free leave that comment in the comment section mesra so be ko Goldberry construction limited na pesos no sa sen kratasem the documentations related to your house in the Goldberry ebe this age man nyina e the amount we obrempoma ho addiction related to trauma related to jet care ko obrempoma ho obehwew na bibia aye kama e the amount now MPP dia aba NDC functional war me up Mustapha Gbande no Umaru Sanda enzem TBA.
The reorganization that is ongoing as far as the election is concerned is not our priority because we are in government and people have worked and sacrificed. I think that largely the question is not the strength of the executive that we have. I think that we, from the branch to constituency, everybody did very well. And so most of them, by the virtue that they did well, know they will win or they will lose. But apart from the election, there are other things that have to be done. And so we have decided that those in government are doing so well. Let them be in government. We'll move to undertake a hybrid operation as far as reorganizing the party is concerned, to position the party for the upcoming national elections. We will not wait. Any day that it's time for a flag bearer and we decide on who becomes the leader of the party, the person can follow suit. The party will only have to be attractive to accommodate a popular or a best flag bearer.
It's either you're not getting my question or avoiding it. So I'll try and...
Which is your question?
I'll try and put it again. The connection between the party and the government, how solid it is it?
I think that I've vehemently spoken about these things before.
Yes, that's what I'm asking. What's the update now? After you spoke...
Well, it's not for me
Would you say that you are seeing a bridging of the gap?
I have not done that assessment.
Are appointees visiting the constituencies, taking care of party members?
I wouldn't know everything, but I'm just saying that when we hit the road, we'll be able to know where the potholes are. And then we are expected to patch those potholes to deliver our mandate for the party.
The non-appointment of party members has been a problem for you in the government.
Listen, the regional ministers, for the first time, all of them have been basically regional chairmen and regional secretaries.
Except Greater Accra.
Except Greater Accra, who is an MP. DCs, most of them were appointed basically at the strength of the national chairman and the general secretary. Plus, the president set up a committee, brought, I think, Dr. Valerie Sawyer alone, and Parliament also nominated one person or so, and then the rest of the people are party people who, the national chairman himself chaired the veteran of DCs, and basically their recommendation was what,
So party was involved in that.
Party was very, very much involved.
But there are still a lot of people who wanted to be appointed who have not been appointed, even at the national level.
No government can ever appoint all party people. But the problem has not been the number of party people appointed. or the number of party people who are now appointed. I have always said, and I'll say this, mutual respect is a fundamental determinant of the strength of political parties. And that we must be necessarily each other's keeper. We must be seen complementing each other. We must be seen working towards a common purpose. But if that is not happening, then people become so entrenched. And everybody have a stake, and I've said so before, that each and everyone have a stake in this government and this party. Everyone can stand anywhere and say, I made this party to come to power. Because the person sees himself as his contribution. And so what makes everybody comfortable is when there is security of relationship. But if you then believe that I have been made a minister and I'm more comfortably appointing my lecturer into a position than my brother, a party member, the fact that that happens is not a problem. Not realizing that is wrong is disrespect. And then people become entrenched. For me, that is the problem. And so, can government run minus these problems? No. It will always exist. But like I said, parties don't lose. Parties are the ones that lose and win elections. And those of us who are party officers, the party people believed in us and elected us to do a certain job. At all times, I would want to be seen as a party officer, and I would undertake my responsibility. So we are going to move. We're not going to wait for anybody or any whistle to make the party attractive. At any point in time,
your chairman is already moving. He's trying to make your party attractive by going on a thank you tour.
He wasn't making the party attractive. He was solving a problem. And the position of national chairman is not a mean position. The national chairman have all the time been an integral part of this process, a very key figure whose contribution determined our victory. He has the capacity and authority to undertake certain exercises. But as said, if you want to look at the correctness or incorrectness of what people do, you may not be able to run political entities. And so we would have these imperfections, we'll have these shortfalls. But at the end of the day, there is a commandeering spirit that we must move forward.
There was a seeming rift in what the chairman was doing. There are people, observers, who thought he was launching his presidential bid. We heard the comments that he made about the replacement of front bench leaders of your party in parliament. We've also heard the counter response about the other thank you tour. At the time you said that there was going to be a meeting to deal with that matter. Has the party at the national level, including the president, tried to bring some unity of a sort between what we seem to be like cracks?
You see, when I speak, most people who don't know and don't understand the role that I play believe that, oh, you could have said certain things in-house. You know, I have been, as a deputy general secretary in charge of operations, I've been very skeptical about indiscipline and disorder in the party since I was elected. And one of the reasons that checkmate us in opposition was to look at persons who are falling off track and bringing them on track so that there's some seemingly force of which everyone is working towards, you know, a common purpose. Now, after that interview, many people believe that it was right. There were others that who don't understand. They don't even know party work. Believe that, some even were planning to get rid of me. And I said, well, by the end of the day, the Council of Elders met. They've issued an instruction. Everybody must tie their horses because the party is bigger than everybody's ambition. We are not there yet. We've left that decision for the president, who is the leader, the national chairman, the general secretary, and the Council of Elders. That is their duty to unite this party. If they don't do it, then they are the ones who have failed us. But at my level, some of the things we see are not happening at a constituency or a member of parliament misbehaving. And they can attest to the fact that in the 3 years of our process, you dare not fall out of order. We have systems that check everybody's behavior, that we can quickly call in and deal with it. But when somebody above my rank is misbehaving, it doesn't take me to do that. And I thank God that after the Council of Elders spoke, I've checked and I'm still monitoring. There have been some sanity. There have been some relative stability. I'm watching that. But like I said, one cannot ridicule the national chairman. No. The national chairman's store was of a huge benefit to the party.
Really? Not for himself?
No. Today the president is in Volta region. Is it not? Thank you, Tor.
Mm-hmm.
He's the leader of the party.
He's the one who was elected.
Did he campaign alone?
No.
Exactly. So, but I'm saying that it is not for me to put the party together. It's for the elders to put themselves together and lead us.
You are a child.
Yes. So when we are caught up in confusion where our elders are not seemingly giving us that hope that they are together, that's a problem. And so,
but now you see that some hope is coming.
Whether there is hope or not, it is not in our interest to keep this party attractive and strong. And so as long as some of us exist, we have always played this role. We are moving ahead to go and get the party attractive. We are the rank and file that are disgruntled, whether they are happy or they are not happy. I'm not concerned about a person who is appointed, whether you are frustrated or not frustrated. I am more concerned about somebody who feels that I have worked for the party and that I haven't gotten anything. They are my priority as a party officer. Number two, there are persons who have contributed in kind, in cash, to support this party. In fact, it was after election we got to know that certain people have even taken resources on behalf of the party that we didn't know. But all of that is a responsibility of the party. We owe those people a duty of appreciation to let them understand that their effort is not in vain. It only have to take few people to work hard, create opportunities for those opportunities to come down to every single Ghanaian, including our people. Without same, you cannot have anything to share. And so that cycle happening, I think that the right thing to do is to move the vehicle forward. Everyone that has a good intention will follow. Like I said, elections are very close. We are in power. There are many things that are running concurrently. We must see to it that the party machinery is busy. And so we are going to move.
Now, we were talking about the NPP earlier. They have elected a flag bearer. They seem to have dealt with that, but they still have internal issues to deal with. Yeah. We've seen the matters coming up. You also have your own internal elections coming up, national officers elections. We have already seen about 5 or 6 people interested in running for chairman. Can you survive after this contest?
When it comes to issues of national leadership and constituency leadership, I've always held a view that where we are in government, we are in a very strange situation. We are not like the NPP where they've done 8 years and wanting to break the 8. We are 2 years in government. One, we have to let people who have sacrificed be seen to have been appreciated. Because really, it hasn't been easy to win the 2024 election. And so if the spirit is that let us chase people out, probably because we disagree with them, then we are running ourselves into opposition. 2, we need to have experienced hands, people who are familiar with that particular type of machinery we have run, to be able to take instructions and to follow those instructions. Are you going to suddenly say that you need new executives? When are you training them? And so all of those dynamics will play out. Number 3, there are persons who have told, Mustafa, you can be a general secretary. And I've told them, I'm not qualified to be a general secretary. Because you know why? Maybe when I'm old. But our party is structured in ranks. At a certain age, you can't be a national chairman or a general secretary. Because, Umaru, if you have had to go and summon, say, Haruna Drusu for a meeting, and I'm the general secretary. Am I going to send him a text message and say, Haruna, I want you to report at this place for a meeting? I would have to call him now and call him senior and call him big bro and beg him. Then he will refer you, go and speak to another person and come back to me before you can call a meeting. But you need somebody who have the pedigree, the peer ranking to be able to summon a certain meeting at a certain level. So
you don't think you've reached there yet?
No, I don't think that I reached there. And apart from that, I'm a typical operative. And you need some kind of restraint to be a general secretary. And I think that my general secretary has been one of the best we have, apart from what our national chairman, the foundation, he's left as general secretary. My boss have been, you may not like him. He's a cadre. He has that cadre spirit. That's him. But I think he has exercised a lot of patience and tolerance. If I were general secretary, probably I would have suspended a lot of people.
Such as who?
People within government, I would have suspended a lot.
It means you're not happy with some of your appointees.
I've had a conversation with him once to have a minister suspended. My general secretary. And so
you're not happy with some of your appointees?
Obviously, no.
What kind of behavior, attitude?
I'm not going to discuss that. And I'm not supposed to be happy with everybody. But I'm saying that you must examine yourself within the context of feasibility when you have an ambition. So it's not just about putting yourself and say, I want to be national chairman. What the MPP did is to just elect just anybody. And that's what they are in it. You need some kind of reflective leadership, some leadership that resonates with everybody. The person who is your national chairman must have a commandeering spirit that rallies everybody. A general secretary must have the firepower so that when you fire, it resonates.
From the way you are sounding, clearly you want Fifi Kwete retained as general secretary.
Why do I want him out? A general secretary who have won your election, you want him out? That is how party loses election. If you begin to chase out your officers who have done everything to make you will lose election.
We have been told he intends to go to national chairman. Would you support him?
I do not know. I haven't discussed with him on his ambition, but I think that he's been a very great general secretary. I don't agree with him on everything. He knows that, and I know that. He is not my friend. He's my boss. We don't agree on many things, but I think that he's exercised a lot of restraint as far as managing the party is concerned. And you need that kind of a leader who always look at the last resort, who does not take rashy decisions. He will tolerate, and that's how political parties are run. He will see the imperfections being done, and sometimes he will talk about it. Sometimes he will close his eyes about it. But me as an operations person, my eyes are too wide and too open to be close to the seat of general secretary. I'm too young. I'm still bubbling and exuberant, and I need time to go through the experience of life.
So for you, Fifi remains secretary. Is it better? Is your better best as a better bet? I think.
Do you change a winning team?
Which means, and I also don't want General Mosquito to leave as your national chairman.
Well, look, General Mosquito is the spirit of our party today.
Really?
You like him or not? I would have loved to have the experience of him managing the party for a little bit longer. He is currently the national chairman of the party. You have no reason to question his leadership.
Yes. Obeka first be support me nim ntia support say de bia akra wote na de bia osuro obe oni obe bia ye mabrawo o man no atia baako because important that one they agree. But you see, some of the points you raise are legitimate. Yes, I don't think that anybody should be allowed to disrespect Asiedu Nketia. It shouldn't be allowed. But Asiedu Nketia must also have cognizance of the fact that when you speak about people in a certain way, people have the right to respond. So that principle, meeting tell law, when you speak about people in a certain way, the people also have a right to respond. But in response must be decorum. In response must be respect. Because the most important thing I like about MUSTAPHA GBANDE is the point he made about the political party. Aban be anywhere election, a political party. Aban be anywhere election, the political party. How well even a party will govern stems from the political party. if the political party doesn't have good leadership, if the political party is misdirected, if the political party is delusioned, the government will become delusioned. NDC government are relatively 6/10, 5/10. Yeah, the hard they beji gupa na yada party the beji, because the party is the one supposed to whip everybody in line, say that Mahama is the leader. Let's have a tunnel vision. Let's do everywhere for Mahama. Nan say na dwuma na ye ya ma no a obe succeed na no na be so aba ama 2028. When President Akufo-Addo failed in the second term, the reflection is the results. And the reason why it's easy to analyze that is we saw the results. Unprecedented. So it tells you that the performance of the government starts from the performance of the party and leadership. Say MUSTAPHA, you know, he's not above election, I always say. But the level field, as the Biameka, about MPP, then must be what? Fair. And man, you say, you know, because of Linsembi Awakeka, the Biameka disagree with the person. Have your issues with the person. We don't even need to be friends. Maybe some of my colleagues had issues when I went to multimedia friends. I saw the quote, well, who even said it? Was it my Pastor Bishop Dag or Pastor Tabu? Mary, if you say, you don't need to be friends. BJ Darocha. Yes. BJ Darocha. Or say, you don't need to be friends to be in a political party or work together. There's something like that. You don't need to like MUSTAPHA GBANDE. But the because as some now walk and I no cry na say no cry. Remember say they say the as why ya kasado do akakakra woman kotrego. But don't vote against him because as some no can anya wo there. When he was speaking, I was very happy he was speaking because of signs I've also seen about the government, and some of you were even complaining about it. You get it. Vote against him, say, oh, we wanyade, say wanyade. And in doing that, emboni gumbi, because we nipa or chitafo, that's the word, or supporters. So make the level field, playing field fair, or we are we. So ye mean not because we be a family hotel, be a family trimuka. See a boom meeting home to our Debbie, many fair. And the next thing I also want to say is that similarly, when the Council of Elders issued the letter, any fair observer, I remember the last time Julius called work. I remember the last time I said Nketia video by so can be on the tour. Oh, the forwarded to from so you fair observer pa. What mu say relatively. Se nanka tension is here. Say tension aba be say. Come from kakra. And that is something that I always applaud the NDC for. That Asiedu Nketia they have as national chairman. They don't know what they have. And now Henana me bo ni video no boy Asiedu Nketia baso. Nanan cancer boy do ayeboafo. What is some of cafe Asiedu Nketia? Yes. And it's not because I have publicly declared I like him. Men cancer me support the president to men cancer. Me say I like his person. Everybody who knows me knows I adore and respect Dr. Bawumia. But I criticize him, I criticize the economy. That is the distinction we must make. You can like Eugene Osei and not like something I've said. They are two different things. You can own permasem, but you cannot also because oh, Eugene, I used not to like you, but I like something you've said. So they are two different things. So I like Asiedu Nketia as a person, what is done. I mean, you cannot talk about Ghana's. I mean, as a student of politics in my early 30s, if I want to be a good analyst, read about people. Asiedu Nketia is certainly one of the people. Peter McMahon. These are people. BJ Darocha. These are people who certainly JJ Rollers because of the certain significance they play in our politics. You can never discount it. Kufuor. I mean, when Kufuor came, you know the potential. So these people, if you want to talk about, for example, Chief of Staff, Julius Mumemu, Hekodum Pienimu, Nana Tudazi. So they are always legends in their own right. What I say. So I like I said, but because we could be president, and the Maka said president who could the problem of NDC. Omanenya national chairman. Now they should make overtures to him. And yesterday, Nana cancer boy for Nana and cancer boy do boy for Kembi. Maka be kwa MP on you obi or kokai people once we do another saying Nketia no born about say bi no mu hia te se boache jaako. Sa na state channel na e no. It's very, very important. So yes, we may all disagree. Thank you to me be born at you. I said ade no you no be good party no. Thank you to. Ba me penasem. It's party ne nkasa. Onkem otisi abonten a mimi view no emwa sama hu kro mo hu ayifo no mo kurusufo no sama na mo namfofo no almost gist wo second video no na untumi okay but betwa make sure so be subscribe am subscribe no click the notification with the video be atuma ube hu what ma show we have a comment why not feel free leave that comment in the comment section we are make sure so be show mo so ye e de ama me hian Ghana enso hian bye bye.